afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Zorba Pastor Thursday.
That's right. We'll be taking your calls for Dr. Zorba Pastor a little later this hour, and Mark and I will let you know when it's time to call in.
But first, here's what's making news today.
So at this time, no, there was not an officer readily available, armed. No.
Was there an officer?
No, nothing. I can't answer that yet.
Today, we are slowly finding out more about law enforcement's response to the Uvalde school shooting on Tuesday. So why did the police wait so long to storm the school when children were in grave danger?
There were walkouts nationwide today as students across the country protested the amount of violence going on in schools in our nation.
And the Washington National Cathedral bell tolled 19 times today to remember the 19 children who lost their lives in Uvalde. First at 4, President Biden will travel to Uvalde, Texas on Sunday, where families are struggling in the aftermath of that mass shooting.
Investigators say the gunman walked into the school unobstructed through an apparently unlocked door.
And police are now facing questions about their response. Jason Allen is in Texas with the latest.
On the lawn of Robb Elementary School, rows of crosses mark each of the 21 lives lost. As the Uvalde community mourns, it is also questioning the police response to one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history.
They said they rushed in and all that. We didn't see that.
The director of the Texas Department of Public Safety said the 18-year-old shooter was inside the school for 40 minutes to an hour before a tactical team confronted and killed him. By then, 2 teachers and 19 children had been fatally shot, including Javier Cesares' 10-year-old daughter.
I didn't see no preparedness at all. I mean, as soon as they heard that gunshot, they should have rushed in.
The siege ended when a U.S. Border Patrol team stormed the barricaded classroom.
The initial officers, they received gunfire. They don't make entry initially because of the gunfire they're receiving.
There is still constant activity here around the school 2 days later. People regularly showing up with flowers and cards, giving them to the patrol officers who are here, wanting to do something to show their concern about what happened.
George Rodriguez clutched a picture of his grandson, Jose Flores. He had waited at the reunification center after the shooting, hoping for good news.
No, Jose, he didn't show up.
Dropping off flowers at the memorial, Rodriguez reflected on the loss of a happy-go-lucky 10-year-old.
It's happened too many times, and now it happens to us. It has to stop.
For too many in this tight-knit community, what should have been the start of summer vacation is instead the saddest week of their lives. Jason Allen, CBS News in Uvalde, Texas.
A law enforcement source told CBS News the shooter entered the school with 7 loaded magazines. That's 210 rounds of ammunition.
He had another 15 magazines in his backpack, and that source said it appears the gunman was preparing for a massive gun battle.
Today, there were student walkouts to protest the rise of school shootings all over the nation.
You are looking at scenes from high schools and middle schools in Oxford, Michigan, Maplewood, New Jersey, Falls Church, Virginia, and Whitefish Bay right here in Wisconsin.
It was part of a nationwide walkout organized by Students Demand Action. That's a national gun control organization for students. Hundreds joined across a few Wisconsin districts as well today, and more are expected in the future. Our Naomi Coles joins us with more on that. Naomi?
In Stoughton, in Whitefish Bay, in Monroe, Wisconsin students had a message, a few of them, in fact. Over and over, they reminded the gathering. The U.S. has had more mass shootings than days of the year in 2022. They pushed for basic gun reform laws like universal background checks and called out those in power for not doing enough.
People who are making laws are not doing anything. They're saying their hands are tied. They're saying it's too complex when it's really not. So many things that we can do, and those that have the powers to do so are not doing it. They're being cowards.
And I'm European, so for us, that is not something that happens. I mean, I think we've had one in the past 15 years. So I just think it's ridiculous that that's even going on. And
In Stoughton, several students lined up to share their perspectives. One student saying it had become all too real for her when her 11-year-old sister no longer wants to go to school because she is too afraid. Other schools throughout our area are making plans to participate in the continuing school walkout in days to come. Plus, Public Health Madison and the Dane County's Farmers Market have Wear Orange events planned for next week protesting gun violence.
Naomi, thank you. Lawmakers in Washington left town for a 10-day-long Memorial Day recess. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle agree they never want to see another tragedy like what happened in Uvalde, Texas this week, but they can't seem to agree on how to prevent another tragedy like this from happening. 4 Republicans joined 5 Democrats for a working lunch today to see if they can find some middle ground on gun safety legislation before they left town for the Memorial Day break. Hundreds protested outside the Capitol today, demanding that they quickly vote on new safety laws.
My main focus is to get a vote on record, figure out who needs to get out in November.
Erica Lafferty's mother was the principal at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Texas Senator Ted Cruz says Democrats are trying to politicize the tragedy. Cruz is scheduled to speak tomorrow when the NRA kicks off its national convention in Houston. Texas Governor Greg Abbott is also scheduled to speak at the NRA convention, as is former President Donald Trump.
In other news today, just about 30 minutes ago, the National Weather Service confirmed there was an EF0 tornado in Rock County last night.
It was on the ground for about 3.5 miles. Charlotte Deleste joins us now with what we know. Charlotte?
Susan and Mark, our weather team was on the air yesterday afternoon as the severe weather moved through an area near Beloit, and we got a first-hand look at that damage today. Residents reported seeing a funnel cloud 2 miles northeast of Newark around 6:50 last night. Video posted to social media showed what looks like a tornado on the ground near Paddock Road. One homeowner, who happens to be a trained storm spotter, considers himself lucky despite the damage from what he says was a fast-moving weather event.
Right as I was getting ready to go in the basement, it was over. I mean, I think it's, 45 seconds or something like that total video, and it was done and over the hill here.
Winds were so strong it flipped a trailer upside down on one property. The roof of the home, trampoline, and lawn furniture were also damaged. Other areas along Highway 213 west of Beloit also reported damage as the storm moved through.
Charlotte, thank you. Let's take a look outside on this Thursday.
Make a wish.
Make a wish. Setting up for a nice weekend. We like the sound of that. We also hearing some thunder out there, Dana.
That would be me. I'm just out here grumbling in the rain again. No, I do want to go back to yesterday evening's tornado. You can see that storm report again. This is about 2 miles northeast of Newark or just northwest of Beloit. That red circle where the tornado was on the ground, but several reports of wind damage also in the area. That tornado warning was issued just before 6:30 and continued until 7. And this is one of the reasons why when there is a warning, we get on the air and we tell folks within that warned area to seek shelter. It was on the ground for about 3 miles, but that polygon was, again, issued in front of that tornado moving through. Here's another picture of that damage you just saw. Twisted buildings and EF0 moving through, and now we're still looking at some scattered showers and thunderstorms for this evening. Right now, we have some steady rainfall on the patio. Parts of Rock and Greene County also seeing steady rainfall, a little more lightning than what we saw this time yesterday. This system is going to continue to bring scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms through the rest of this evening. And then things look a little better by this weekend. Temperature-wise, we're in the mid-70s, so it is warmer than where we were at yesterday, but dew points in the 60s. Plan on a dry day on Friday, and as we look ahead to Memorial Day weekend, notice that rain chance pulling back even more for us for Sunday and Monday. Even as we look ahead to next week, transitioning into June, generally a mostly dry forecast. But we'll time out what to expect for your weekend in just a few minutes. As far as traffic is concerned, a friendly reminder, whenever we have rain coming down, things slow down just a little bit. Be cautious. The roads might be slick in spots. A lot of construction going along the Beltline right now, but no accidents to report. North and southbound on 3990, a lot of green for us in Rock County and in Dane County. 25 minutes to get from the Beltline to Janesville, Middleton to Sauk City, 16 minutes, and downtown to Sun Prairie, an 18-minute drive for us this evening. Again, Memorial Day weekend right around the corner. We'll take a look at that in just a few minutes.
All right, come on inside. Stay dry.
Yes.
Thanks, Dana. A fire at an Evansville grain facility caused extensive damage yesterday. Crews were called to the the Alvicia Cooperative just after 5 p.m. after reports of a fire in a grain bin. Fire department officials said the facility did not have fire hydrants, so additional tank trucks were used to get water to the scene. In total, 16 different agencies assisted Evansville crews at the scene. Officials said the fire caused about $50,000 in damages to the contents inside the grain dryer and $800,000 in damages to the dryer itself.
3 people were stabbed at a Madison bar early this morning, and police are still looking for a suspect. It happened just after 1 a.m. at Club Lamarck near the intersection of North Stoughton Road and East Washington Avenue. According to a press release, all 3 victims were hospitalized, but all are expected to survive.
A man who was arrested for shooting and injuring another man on a balcony had his preliminary hearing today. Police say on the evening of May 5th, Cameron Barber Smith shot a 21-year-old multiple times in the 4300 block of Nakusa Trail. Today, Barber Smith appeared in court for the second time. The state said they want more time to decide whether they will be bringing additional charges. Barber Smith was bound over for trial.
The 2 men convicted in the murders of Dr. Beth Potter and Robin Kari will be sentenced this summer. Kari Sanford was found guilty on 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide with party to a crime modifiers earlier this week. Elijah LaRue, who was Sanford's alleged accomplice, pleaded guilty to 2 counts of felony murder and kidnapping with party to a crime modifiers last year. A sentencing hearing for Sanford is scheduled for the morning of September 7th. LaRue's hearing is scheduled for the afternoon that same day, September 7th. Sanford faces a mandatory life sentence. Dane County Judge Ellen Burrs must decide at sentencing if he can become eligible for parole at a later date.
Well, the 5th annual Black Girl Magic Conference was hosted by Madison College today. Black girls from area schools aged 4th through 8th grade joined together this morning with local black women leaders to inspire and uplift one another. This year's theme was homecoming, referencing the fact that this was the first time in 2 years that the Black Girl Magic Conference was able to be hosted in person.
So it's a day to learn, it's a day to celebrate being a black girl, and it's a day to interact with other girls who look like them.
In 2022, the event has grown to more than 600 girls uniting for a day-long retreat featuring a morning fitness class to energize the girls, dynamic breakout sessions led by industry leaders, community partners, and entrepreneurs, and a live DJ spinning all the popular tunes.
Well, some sad news from the entertainment industry. Actor Ray Leota has died. The New Jersey native, best known for his roles in Field of Dreams and the mob classic Goodfellas, passed away in his sleep, according to his publicist. Leota passed away in the Dominican Republic, where he was working on a movie. Police say foul play is not suspected. Ray Leota is survived by a daughter and a fiance. He was 67 years old. We'll take a look back on his career a little later on Live at 4.
Boy, pretty young, 67. All right, are you planning a summer vacation? Plan on digging deep into your pockets.
CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg joins us next with some summer travel tips when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, Live at 4.
What can I do with less asthma? With Dupixent, I can do more. Crazy commutes, crowd control. Have a nice day, Alex. Thanks, Bella. Taking the stairs, that's how you do more with Dupixent, which helps prevent asthma attacks. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that can improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. And can reduce or even eliminate oral steroids. And here's something important. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Are you ready to do more with less asthma? Just ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
When it comes to pain medicine, less is more. Aleve gives long-lasting freedom from pain with fewer pills than Tylenol. Instead of taking pills every 4 to 6 hours, Aleve works up to 12 hours, so you can focus on what matters. Aleve, less pills, more relief.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So trees, you won't take me down. When allergies attack, take Allegra.
Before your symptoms take over you.
Live your greatness.
With Choice Hotels, there's always a reason to book it. Whatever your reason, book over 7,100 locations at choicehotels.com.
Reynolds Wrap makes it easy to cook and clean up meals in no time. So I don't miss all the fun stuff.
Easy prep, cook, and clean with Reynolds Wrap.
This is how we do it.
At Pick and Save, we believe it takes the right team to bring you fresh produce. That's why we partner with farmers who grow only the best. And that level of teamwork means better, fresher options time and time again. Because working together is truly what it takes to be fresh for everyone.
To all my neighbors, you got much flavor.
Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
At Johnsonville, we ask crazy questions every day. Like, what if we made strips of sausage that look like bacon? Would they taste better than bacon? Turns out 1 in 4 Americans like Johnsonville sausage strips better than bacon. Then we asked, can someone who likes sausage strips better than bacon still be considered American? Then we remembered, you can't spell sausage without USA. Johnsonville sausage strips, better than bacon, and possibly more American.
Well, kids all over the country, how could we forget, depended on virtual learning during the height of the COVID pandemic.
But there may have been more to that time online than math lessons and science class. Millions of students were tracked by educational apps and websites without their consent. The advocacy group Human Rights Watch looked into 164 online learning tools in 49 countries and found that nearly 90% of them had data practices that, quote, risked or infringed on children's rights. We're talking about everything from monitoring kids to collecting information on their identity, location, online activity, and information about their family and friends.
New car sales are expected to plummet this month compared to sales at this time last year. That's according to J.D. Power and LMC Automotive. It's mostly due to near record high prices and supply chain disruptions causing limited inventory. The average cost of a new vehicle right now is nearly $45,000, and demand is far exceeding the supply. The supply issue should ease as production is expected to increase later this year. But as for those high prices, they are unlikely to decline.
Count on that. Wall Street closed sharply higher and is on pace to snap a 7-week losing streak. The Dow Industrials added 516 points, closing at 32,637. The NASDAQ jumped 305 points, or over 2.5%. The S&P 500 up 79. Well, millions of Americans are hitting the road and headed to the airport this holiday weekend.
AAA says more than 39 million of us will travel more than 50 miles this holiday, which is up over 8% from last year.
CBS News senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg joined us from Dublin, Ireland, with what travelers can expect this weekend and the summer ahead. So people are traveling to Europe again from the United States. What preparations do they need to make?
Well, I'll give you some good news for a change. It's the power of the U.S. dollar against so many foreign currencies. It's at a 20-year high in terms of its strength. And in fact, in one case, the euro has been down as much as $1.02. That's the lowest it's been in 5 years. So in many cases, it's a much more affordable trip this summer than it's been in many cases, even in the United States. Even the Turkish lira, that currency's been devalued so many times that a vacation in Turkey this summer will cost you about 36% less than it would have cost you 2 years ago. That's a great bargain.
But how are high gas prices translating into airfares?
Well, it's not a pretty picture, but I'll tell you an interesting development. We have not yet reached the tipping point of people not getting in their cars because of high gas prices. And the reason for that is high airline ticket prices. They've been going up at the rate of about 7% every 4 days, and that's compounded. My airfare 6 weeks ago from Los Angeles to San Francisco was about $93 round trip. Today, that's $410. Wow. For a family of 4, that becomes an unaffordable $1,600 ticket. So even if gas gets to $12 a gallon, it's not going to stop them from still getting all of the kids in the car and going that way, because it's still a much more viable alternative, at least economically, than buying that airline ticket.
You say traveling to Europe is a bargain once you get there, but getting there is going to be expensive.
Well, not necessarily, and that's because of what's going on in Ukraine. A lot of Americans don't have an atlas, they don't look at a map, and they think that what's going on in Eastern Europe means they shouldn't go anywhere else. Not necessarily the case. I'm in Ireland right now. The airfares from the East Coast to Ireland right now are less expensive than New York to Madison, Wisconsin. So that should give you an idea of what's going on. Now, will they stay that low? No, as we get into June and July, they'll go up. But if you book it now, you benefit from that.
What does your crystal ball look like when it comes to summer travel? And everybody is still wondering how COVID is going to play into any travel this summer.
Well, you know, the COVID situation has evolved to the point where we're managing it. We're not necessarily afraid of it. We're more afraid of gas prices right now in the recent survey than we are of COVID. That doesn't mean we shouldn't act responsibly. So summer travel is going to be very big. In fact, the average number of passengers screened at TSA security checkpoints in the highest point of 2022 has only been about 2.3 million a day. In a couple of days, that could go up to 3.1 million, and at that point, the system may fail. So get to the airport earlier than you normally would, and if you're doing a connecting flight, give yourself 2 hours between flights, because if your first flight's late, guess what? You may not get on another flight because they're all full.
As you always say, you should have booked your flight yesterday, right?
Maybe.
All right, Peter, enjoy Ireland. Thanks for being with us.
You got it, Mark.
Get ready to pay.
Yeah, it's going to be, and so many people are traveling now. Everybody, this is the first summer where...
Yeah, big pent-up demand.
Yep.
Well, still to come at 4, over the years traveling for feature stories, we came across some pretty close shaves.
Including the time Mark got the closest shave of his life. How old are you here, Mark?
I don't know, 33?
Well, look at you, Tiger Beat. It's Traveler Throwback Thursday coming up after Dana's First Warn forecast.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, including all new power lift chairs and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale going on now.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
Shop the Memorial Day sale at Grand Appliance for thousands of in-stock options at the area's lowest prices. Plus, up to $250 in additional savings you won't find anywhere else. Get special buys like this Maytag top-load washer for just $648, or this LG gas range with convection and air fry for just $948. Shop your local showroom or grandappliance.com today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get a 100% risk-free guarantee. Call or go online.
Violent and destructive riots in Kenosha, the Waukesha Christmas Parade tragedy, record-high homicides in Milwaukee, from defunding our police to releasing violent felons with low or no bail. Liberal Democrats have created the worst crime wave in decades. Senator Ron Johnson is standing with our brave law enforcement officers to keep Wisconsin families safe, and he wants to keep violent criminals behind bars where they belong.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
This 120-year-old building holds the most beautiful bicycle store in the world, Machinery Row Bicycles. Machinery Row Bicycles has Wisconsin's largest selection of Trek Bike Path bikes, Trek Kids, and Trek Road bicycles. New Trek mountain bikes will start under $390. Hundreds of accessories include free installation, free adjustments, kickstands, and quality service are all included in your Machinery Row Trek bicycle. So many fun things to look at and bicycles to test ride on the bicycle path by the lake at Machinery Row Bicycles.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salon Paws.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salon Paws, it's good medicine.
It's the Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale on now, with a huge in-stock inventory of top brands for every room in your home, including hundreds of La-Z-Boy recliners and always free delivery. The Portage Furniture Store's Customer Appreciation Sale going on now.
Hey, look at this. Engineers at Northwestern University say they produced the world's smallest remote-controlled walking robots. Each one about 0.5 millimeter wide, that's thinner than a penny, and they're made of alloy that they can twist and turn and even jump. To get them to move, engineers use lasers to heat up joints. The team hopes the tiny robots can have a huge medical impact, saying one day they could roam the human body, acting like a medical assistant in minimally invasive surgeries, or to assemble and repair small-scale machines. Who are these people?
Itsy spider. And that was on a quarter, was that?
A penny.
That really puts it in perspective, yeah.
But who comes up with this?
I don't know, but they sound fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm very interested.
Smart people.
I hope that each one of those little robots has names also. That's the other thing that I want. Just like...
I'm sure
they do remind me of little spiders in a good way.
We're hearing rumbles of thunder in here. Is that what we're hearing?
Yes. I was out there earlier with the umbrella. I don't know if I recommend that right now, guys, honestly, because there's some lightning coming through.
There's a huge lightning rod behind you.
Yeah.
The antenna's out there.
Don't tell that. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so it is a little rumbly outside right now. We have some heavier showers in spots also, and as we look ahead to the weekend, thankfully our rain chance is pulling back. It's just not the case for us currently. Notice that cloudy sky overhead. We will take a closer look at our radar and what to expect for your Friday and Memorial Day weekend right after the break.
The world is full of make or break moments, especially if you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and a high risk for fracture. It's time to make your move to help reduce your risk of fracture with Prolia. Only Prolia is proven to help strengthen and protect bones from fracture with one shot every 6 months.
Do not take Prolia if you have low blood calcium, are pregnant, are allergic to it, or take Xgeva. Serious allergic reactions like low blood pressure, trouble breathing, throat tightness, face, lip, or tongue swelling, rash, itching, or hives have happened. Tell your doctor about dental problems, as severe jawbone problems may happen, or new or unusual pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred. Speak to your doctor before stopping, skipping, or delaying Prolia, as spine and other bone fractures have occurred. Prolia can cause serious side effects like low blood calcium, serious infections, which could need hospitalization, skin problems, and severe bone, joint, or muscle pain.
Don't wait for a break. Call your doctor now and ask how Prolia can help you.
Dude, great ride. Right? This Silverado keeps me connected and in control. And this touchscreen is my command center. My command center.
The 2022 Silverado LT. Find new control. Find new roads.
Very well qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of industry-leading Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing offers from your local Cub Cadet dealer today. To find the dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
Fry Construction is celebrating 27 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 27%. That's right, 27%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 2 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 27% off gutters with any full roofing or siding project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by La-Z-Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. La-Z-Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Let's
nice to be back inside, away from the rain right now. A little rumbly for us. In fact, seeing a lot of lightning moving in with these showers over the last several hours. Rainfall totals in the last 24 hours in the darker blue areas, the southern edge, southeast corner of Dane County, parts of Rocky and Greene County, already picking up over an inch of accumulation over the last 24 hours, and we're expecting more showers through the rest of this evening. This is as a system is dragging our rain through. Notice the temperature difference here between Iowa City and Des Moines. We still see temperatures in the 70s for southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois, but this cooler air off to the west is expected to build in. In fact, compared to this time yesterday, it's about a 15-degree jump for us in Madison. So the center of this, just to the south, you can see that line of storms lining right up with that cold front. This is going to continue to drag east, bringing in more showers and thunderstorms for us through the rest of this evening. And then as things pull away, we transition back to sunshine for Friday and for your Memorial Day weekend. Notice through about 8 to 10 o'clock, we still have showers, but as we get closer to midnight, much of the rain pulls away. The cloud coverage, though, still holding on until sunrise. In fact, skies will be mostly cloudy early in the day with a clearing sky expected for us in the afternoon. High temperatures climbing to the mid to upper 60s for our Friday, with sunshine again later on in the afternoon. Saturday should be pleasant with sunny skies, temperatures in the 50s early, and then in the afternoon we climb up to the mid to upper 70s. Now it'll be a bit breezy for us on Saturday. That wind really picking up from the south, and that's going to help things warm up quite a bit as we look ahead to Sunday and Memorial Day Monday. High temperatures tomorrow will be in the upper 60s, a mostly cloudy sky early on, but then a partly sunny sky expected for us in the afternoon. Looking ahead to the weekend, partly sunny skies expected on Saturday. There's a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm, but a very small chance for us on Saturday. Highs again mid-60s or mid-70s, and then we just continue this warming trend. For Sunday in the mid-80s, for Monday in the upper 80s, and when we start to talk about temperatures in the upper 80s, we also have to talk about our heat index readings. It's going to feel like we're in the 90s on Sunday, and on Monday it will feel like we're in the mid to low 90s. Now that warmer trend for us for Monday and the first few days of next week doesn't last for long. In our 6 to 10 day outlook, it does look likely that warmer trend really settles over on the East Coast, and we see a more seasonable pattern with high temperatures sticking a little closer to average. So sunshine for us tomorrow afternoon. Saturday seasonable in the mid 70s with a slight chance for a shower or thunderstorm late in the day or at night. That breeze really picks up for us late Saturday into Sunday, and that helps things warm up heading into Memorial Day Monday. So we're in the mid 80s on Sunday, on Monday in the upper 80s, and we stay in the upper 80s on Tuesday with sunshine throughout that entire period. So outdoor plans for Memorial Day weekend definitely need to include a lot of water to stay hydrated, and then some sunscreen also with that sunshine for us. Now once we get through Tuesday, a shower and thunderstorm chance will build in at night into Wednesday. That helps cool us back down. Wednesday will be in the upper 70s, and the back half of the work week heading into the next weekend, temperatures will be much closer to average with highs in the mid to low 70s, and overnight lows generally trending back down to the mid to low 50s for us. Doesn't look like we have many opportunities for rain next week, which I do think is a good thing. But you know, sorry, my leg strap.
That's for her microphone.
It's for my microphone.
Yeah. All your inches from a clean getaway.
I was so close. All right, we're just going to put it back on.
Don't look behind the curtain.
Don't look behind the curtain. Right. Ignore the man behind the curtain. Yes. Yes.
All right, Jana, thank you.
You're welcome.
You, Jana. Well, for decades, students on the UW-Madison campus could get a trim and a shave at the barber shop that was inside the Memorial Union.
I'm a UW alum, but never got groomed inside the shop. So back in 1988, 10 years after I graduated, I decided to check it out. Here's today's Traveler Throwback Thursday.
Spend a few minutes on campus and look at all those heads of hair. All of them have to be cut, some more than others. All those heads going in and out of the Memorial Union and the Rathskeller, a popular student hangout. And way, way, way back in the corner, you'll find Buster Top's Barber Shop. Bus Top to his friends, and that includes just about everybody. Since the day the Union opened 60 years ago, Bus has been cutting hair in the Union Barber Shop. Business isn't what it used to be, but at 84 and recovering from a stroke, that's probably good for Bus. But he still gets 4 or 5 customers a day. Yeah. Things haven't changed much around here. The one chair, the R.C. Allen figuring machine, the clutter of 6 decades of barbering, and the satisfied customers.
Here we are, sir. Thank you.
Oh, and the price, $4.50 a cut. One more thing hasn't changed. Bus still offers a man a shave. Look at that mangy customer.
Why don't we get in there, sir?
I was told now this is going to be as smooth as a toad's belly when I'm done. Is that true?
I have a question to ask you before gets on their way here, and so I'll know. Do you bleed easy? Wise-ass barber, huh?
There is something genteel, very gentlemanly about all this. The hot water and lather, the massage, the hot towel.
That feels good. You bet it does. And my friend, it gets better as it goes along.
Bus became a barber in 1925. He was just looking for something to do, and he has stuck with it through the good times.
45 to 54. Practically all crew cuts at that time.
And the bad.
The worst was in 70.
After the shave, Bus massages cleansing cream into your face. And then, hang on.
Well, because it isn't just stings a little. This is Bay Rum. Little.
And boy, does it ever feel good. You will never have such a close shave. And you know, it's nice to know guys like Bus are still around, offering good talk and a great shave, just as he did 60 years ago. Traveling on the UW campus, I'm Mark Kane, WISC News 3.
Smooth as a toad's belly.
Smooth as a toad's belly.
Does anybody do shaves like that anymore?
I don't think so. I don't think so. That barbershop closed in '95.
Yeah.
It became a travel office, and now it's Pete's Coffee
in the Union.
In the Union.
Oh, they should bring that back. What a great tradition. But you can't replace a guy like that.
No, not Buzz.
That was a great story.
Well, coming up next here on Live-at-4, we commemorate the life and career of Ray Leota.
And then coming up next hour at 5, Governor Evers issues an executive order banning price gouging on baby formula. We'll tell you the details coming up at 5.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
At 3 o'clock, Carter's campaign for class president will go live. His platform?
Thirsty for change?
Juice boxes for all. At 4, Liz will bid online and win. At 5, Brandy will stream her first concert and gain her first band. Which is why at 2, I'm down the street preparing for the storm. So no matter what, the show will go on. After all, we're the nationwide network built by locals for locals. U.S. Cellular.
How do you use your energy? Fueling your drive to deliver hope for neighbors in need? At Alliant Energy, we're creating more clean, renewable energy every single day to power what matters to you. Alliant Energy, powering beyond.
Fur, you won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So take Allegra before allergy symptoms take over you. Enter the Allegra sweepstakes for a chance to win up to $16,000 in prizes.
Are you suffering from neuropathy? Do you experience stabbing pain, numbness, tingling, or burning in your feet? Are you tired of sleepless nights and avoiding life due to pain? If you've been diagnosed with neuropathy or are experiencing pain or numbness in your feet, pick up the phone and call us right now before it's too late. Neuropathy is a very serious and progressive disease where your nerves start to break down. Eventually, it leads to balance problems, falls, complete loss of independence, and often amputation. Our program addresses the underlying causes and doesn't simply mask your symptoms with medication. In fact, many patients start experiencing relief from their neuropathy symptoms within weeks. There's no surgery and no use of prescription drugs. Pick up the phone right now and call the number on your screen to find out if you're a candidate for our neuropathy program that has changed thousands of lives. You don't have to spend another day suffering. Call us today and see if you qualify for the relief you deserve. Do not wait. Call now.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Tonight at 5, walkouts at Wisconsin schools demanding change after the Texas school shooting. We'll talk to students locally to see how they're reacting to gun violence threatening their education.
Showers are likely tonight, and a few evening thunderstorms are possible as well. The sun comes back Friday afternoon, and this should set up a mainly dry Memorial Day weekend with a warming trend. I'll have a detailed look at the weekend forecast at 5.
Then at 6, a black box in your car might be recording your driving data. Find out what's being monitored and who has access tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in San Francisco. It's the Bay Bridge.
What a shot that is.
That is a great shot. 61 degrees. Kind of
chilly in San Fran today.
Well, actor Ray Leota has died at the age of 67. He died in his sleep in the Dominican Republic where he was filming a movie.
Bradley Blackburn takes a look back at his 3 decades-long career.
It's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy. Ray Liotta made his mark in Hollywood playing real-life mobster Henry Hill in the 1990 crime drama Goodfellas, a role that launched him to stardom. He recounted the character at the 2015 Tribeca Film Festival.
It was just such a nice introduction into this specific lifestyle and what this particular story about this particular guy, Henry Hill, like what happened to him. And I just think it was done in a very compelling way.
With his intense glare and piercing blue eyes, Leota played many bad guys, including a psychopathic cop in Unlawful Entry.
Assaulting a police officer? Nice civilized man like you, Michael. I think you're pretty smart, don't you, Charlie?
Ex-convict in Something Wild, and a corrupt officer in the TV drama series Shades of Blue, opposite Jennifer Lopez. Leota most recently starred in the 2021 Sopranos prequel, The Many Saints of Newark.
Stay out of his life.
He studied acting in college and moved to New York City, where he bartended before landing his first acting job as a corpse in a soap opera. He later moved to Los Angeles, where he expanded his career. Along the way, Leota proved he wasn't limited to just playing killers and gangsters.
Our first collaboration, boys.
He co-starred as Frank Sinatra in the film Rat Pack.
You came to play ball, didn't you?
And found wide acclaim as the ghost of shoeless Joe Jackson in Field of Dreams. Leota was born in Newark, New Jersey. He was adopted when he was 6 months old after being abandoned at an orphanage. He reconnected with his biological family later in life. He leaves behind a daughter and his fiancée. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
Lorraine Bracco, who starred with Leota in Goodfellas, tweeted that she was literally shattered to hear this terrible news about my Ray. I could be anywhere in the world and people will come up and tell me their favorite movie is Goodfellas, and they always asked, what was the best part of making that movie? My response was always been the same, Ray Liotta.
Oh, yeah,
Quite a
he
talent.
was such a great actor.
67
very
years old.
sad, very young, yeah.
Well, we'll get the latest medical news with our Dr. Zorba Pastor when we come back.
Zorba is taking your calls.
He's
Here he is.
sitting here.
He's in the studio with us. So if you have a question, call now, 608-270-9933. We'll take your calls right after this.
Everyone remembers the moment they heard, "You have cancer," how their world stopped, and when they found a way to face it. For some, this is where their Keytruda story begins. Keytruda, a breakthrough immunotherapy that may treat certain cancers. One of those cancers is advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer, where Keytruda is approved to be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene.
Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion or memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have had radiation to your chest area or a nervous system condition.
Today, Keytruda is FDA approved to treat 16 types of advanced cancer and is being studied in hundreds of clinical trials, exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See the different types of cancer Keytruda is approved to treat at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda can be part of your story.
Why hide your skin?
if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control.
Hide my skin? Not me.
By hitting eczema where it counts, Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of eczema.
Hide my skin? Not me.
And that means long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief for adults. With Dupixent, you can show more skin with less eczema.
Hide my skin? Not me.
Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin from within, you can change how your skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of change you notice. Talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent, a breakthrough eczema treatment.
When we needed new doors and windows for our home, we were looking for someone we could trust.
We've done the bargain brand windows. We've done the runaround.
What we loved about Next Door and Window is that they were different. The experts guided us through every step of their no-pressure process.
We really loved their educational approach. Next Door and Window helped us understand what was right for us.
They have a totally different approach to doors and windows. They made the window and door replacement process simple.
Call 844-600-NEXT to get 50% off your installation.
A lot of slowdowns on the Beltline right now, but good news, no accidents popping up for us. In fact, most of southwestern Dane County, nice and green, but we have had some steadier rainfall moving in, so I wouldn't be surprised if the red popping up eastbound is a combination of construction and a combination of reduced visibility from those heavier showers at times. Looking at the Beltline, again, slowdowns there. The interstate also seeing a few slowdowns for us, especially just outside of Stoughton, downtown Janesville. A lot of green still popping up. Overall drive times not too bad, 27 minutes to get from the Beltline to Janesville, Middleton to Sauk City at 16, and downtown to Sun Prairie at 18. Just a reminder to take it cautiously outside right now as we do have those showers in place.
All right, Dana, thank you. The Royal Mint has released its largest coin ever to mark the Queen's Platinum Jubilee with a denominational value of 15,000 British pounds, or almost $19,000. The 880-pound coin took 400 hours to make and features the Queen on horseback. The coin is considered a unique piece of art. I don't think it'll work at the laundromat.
No, that's right.
Dr. Zorba Pastor is here taking your calls at 270-9933. Good to see you.
We have three lines open, by the way. It's a good day to call if you have a question. Hi, Zorba.
We're just talking about Ray Leota, the actor dying at 67 in his sleep. That sounds so unusual. He was so young.
Right, that's exactly what we think of. Right.
30 years ago, well, he lived a good long life.
No, that's exactly right. We have gained, since JFK was president, we've gained roughly 10 to 15 years of life, depending on what we're doing. Why? We're not smoking cigarettes. Many of us have not. At that time, 60% of the men smoked cigarettes. We're taking care of cholesterol, blood pressure. We're exercising more, and we're eating better. And the issues are, now that COVID is receding, it's time to go and get a checkup and think about what you can do to really have a long, sweet life.
A lot of people have put that off for a long time.
A lot of people put off, the cancer checks, checking for diabetes, checking for hypertension, everything else, and it really will make a difference. And so if you haven't been to a doctor in a year or 2 years or 3 years, now is the time to really go to your doctor, your PA, your nurse practitioner, and get checked.
And certainly we don't know what he died of, but it could be a heart attack.
Statistically, it's heart disease. I mean, we don't really know what he died from, but statistically, it's heart disease. And unfortunately, 1/3 of the people who have heart disease, their first symptom is sudden death. I mean, that's their first symptom because it's so asymptomatic for so many people.
Right. That's good. Get to the calls. We'll start with Alice in Milton. Hi, Alice. Go ahead. Alice, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Go ahead.
I want to know how long the boom shot lasts in your arm, and I'm in pain for 2 days with it.
How long the
booster shot?
Oh, the booster shot. It can last for like 3 to 5 days. You know, put a little ice on it. That would be good. Take some Tylenol, much better than an anti-inflammatory. You want to stay away from those unless you absolutely have to, but Tylenol is good. And, that's just, it's like a tetanus shot. Tetanus shots often hurt for a couple of days, too.
But the benefit far outweighs
there's no doubt about it. You are 60 times more likely to die if you get COVID, we now think, if you are not immunized. The number seems to be super high, so everyone should be immunized.
All right, let's go to Nancy in DeForest. Hi, Nancy. What's your question?
I'd like to talk to Dr. Pastor about finding out if I need a shingle shot, even though I did not have chicken pox.
Well, the answer is, first of all, even if you didn't have chickenpox, you should still get a shingle shot, because a lot of people who don't think they had chickenpox actually had chickenpox. So you can't tell for sure without actually getting advice from your physician, getting a blood test to see. But the answer is yes, you should get the SKF shingle shot, which is the 2-shot, and that particular shot is an incredible shot because it is 95% effective. The answer is yes.
All right, Donna in Baraboo, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yes, Dr. Pastor, I was wondering what percentage of women age 87 get colonoscopies, and is that safe for women at that age to get a colonoscopy?
I got to tell you, that is a great question, because generally, if you look at the recommendations from the federal government, it's to stop colonoscopies somewhere around 75 or 80, depending on which recommendation you're looking at. But a lot of people are living much longer, and the theory is that colon cancer is not going to get you, because you're older, you're going to die of something else. My recommendation is, if you're at risk, either get, if you have any risk or you're concerned, you can get the colonoscopy, or you can get the Exact Science Cologuard, which is just as good in the low-risk individual, and it doesn't require you going to sleep, anything like that. So
that's a good question.
Are there other medical concerns that, okay, you're this age, we're not going to worry about it?
Yeah, I think that's the concern.
Is there? I mean, there are other
well,
things.
The other concern is maybe you've got, something. Sometimes people look at age and they're ageist, and doctors do the same thing, and they go, "Well, you're old. You don't need a colonoscopy. You're going to die from something else." Frankly, I think that there's an ageist issue here. Cologuard, that's the way to go.
Yeah, that is the way to go. That's good news. Yep. And is it too late to get a booster shot if you haven't gotten one already?
Not at all. It is never too late to get a booster shot.
What do you think the fall is going to look like? Are we going to need another vaccine?
Well, right now, the feds are looking at whether or not the influenza vaccine and the COVID vaccine can be put together. And that is some scientific issues, and we don't really know. It's in evolution. But my guess is we're going to need boosters just like we do for the flu shot.
And the thought is that our initial COVID shots that we got last year are no longer as effective.
Right, because we don't really, and maybe you need 3 or 4 or 5, we really don't know for sure. But that's where medical information like we talk about on the show is so important, because this is good information, and as you know, everything on the net is not true.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, we're out of time. Thank you all for calling in. Zorba, thank you for your time.
Thanks, Zorba. Good to see you.
Pleasure to be here.
See you next time. We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Quality, longevity, selection. These words have been synonymous with the Surgenians and Karastan brands for over 90 years. Save up to 20% on Karastan carpets this month with special financing and rebates. Local, sustainable, Surgenians.
No matter who you are, being yourself can be tough when you have severe asthma. Triggers can pop up out of nowhere, causing inflammation that can lead to asthma attacks. But no matter what type of severe asthma you have, Tespire can help. Tespire is a new add-on treatment for people 12 and over that proactively reduces inflammation, which means you could have fewer attacks, breathe better, and relieve your asthma symptoms. So you can be you, whoever you are. Tespire is not a rescue medication. Don't take Tespire if you're allergic to it. Allergic reactions like rash or an eye allergy can happen. Don't stop your asthma treatments unless your doctor tells you to. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection or your asthma worsens. Sore throat, joint, and back pain may occur. Avoid live vaccines. By helping control your asthma, Tespire can help you be you. No matter who you are, ask your asthma specialist about Tespire today.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
It is scary to come to school 7 hours a day, 5 days a week.
Outrage takes hold following the Texas school tragedy as Wisconsin students join national walkouts. We spoke with area students to find out what changes they're demanding for safer schools. That's tonight at 5.
Your car is likely equipped with its own black box.
This particular crash, the driver did not react at all before impact.
Mark Kane finds out what kind of data is being stored in these devices and who has access to this info. Tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
As we look at our Doppler track right now, we have showers and thunderstorms again building into the area. I do want to take a little closer look here because some areas likely hearing some pretty steady rumbles of thunder over the last few hours. This is really going to continue through the rest of this evening. Again, that heavier rainfall right now just right along the interstate north of Stoughton. Near Mount Horeb, we're also seeing some heavier rainfall. The same goes near New Glarus and Monroe. Again, a few more hours of rain, and then we are in store for a really nice Memorial Day weekend, but Gary will have more on that coming up at 5.
A lot of rain out there. Dana, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we have the top animal stories of the week with our news hounds.
And Michael Bruno goes backstage to check out the world premiere of Broome Street Theater's Happy Landings. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
When the family can't get enough of your signature dish, get everything you need with Pick and Save free pickup with no surprise fees. So start your cart today. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Things in life are free.
Just wait until he hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation? Are you kidding me? Yeah! Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus no interest for 1 year. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends Memorial Day. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Save hundreds on top appliances and grills during the Memorial Day sale at Grand Appliance. Shop our unbeatable deals on top brands like GE, including this large capacity top load washer with antimicrobial components for just $6.98. This convection range with air fry for just $9.48. Or step up to a premium GE profile kitchen and get up to $2,000 back. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom today. Grand Appliance, the appliance experts.
Are you one of the millions of Americans who experience occasional bloating, gas, or abdominal discomfort? Taking Align can help. Align contains a quality probiotic to naturally help soothe digestive upsets 24/7. Try Align, the pros in digestive health, and join the Align Healthy Gut Team Up and learn what millions of Align users already know: how great a healthy gut can feel. Sign up at AlignProbiotics.com. Also try Align Dual Biotic Gummies to help support digestive health.
Violent and destructive riots in Kenosha, the Waukesha Christmas Parade tragedy, record-high homicides in Milwaukee, from defunding our police to releasing violent felons with low or no bail. Liberal Democrats have created the worst crime wave in decades. Senator Ron Johnson is standing with our brave law enforcement officers to keep Wisconsin families safe, and he wants to keep violent criminals behind bars where they belong.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
With the Pick and Save app, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales, all for prices that are lower than low. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
In today's Final Touch, a 3-year-old girl in England has taken her love for the royals to a whole new level.
Little Isla Bates is virtually a mini queen. She's making the rounds as a mini version of Her Majesty with a signature coat and matching pearls, even a beloved toy corgi at her side. The 3-year-old's a big fan of the Queen Elizabeth, you think? And she's delighting nursing home residents across the country with surprise royal visits. Isla's royal role as mini queen comes as the country prepares to celebrate the Queen's Platinum Jubilee, marking the monarch's 70 years on the throne. This tiny royal is still perfecting her performance and doing her best to stay in character as she charms crowds across the UK.
Oh, she's priceless.
She is priceless. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's our time for now. We'll see you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.